girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 20 called Safaree Ride. And this episode was all about Safaree. So we're starting off with Brooke and Marcus. They're in the studio listening to some of Brooke's songs. The one that we was specifically listening to, it sounded amazing to me. Marcus liked the song, but he wasn't feeling the lyrics because he feels like she's a married woman now, so she should be singing about songs that's dealing with her life right now. I get it, Marcus, but at the same time, it's like, what is going to sell that doesn't necessarily not showcase Brooke in a negative light? She's trying to sing through pain and whatnot. That's really gonna feed into her audience. She knows who her audience is. You know who her audience is. So I'm not mad at her singing I'm not gonna say love songs. I mean, yeah, love songs, that's dealing with people who going through a breakup or whatever the case may be. I mean, it didn't seem too bad from what I heard of the lyrics, the little snippet that we heard on the TV show. So I didn't see nothing wrong with it. He did. I mean, Brooke seemed receptive to his criticism, but I'm just like, Marcus, she's not singing about no drugs and, selling puss and all that. So like, calm down. Calm down. It's not that serious. But she couldn't even really be too receptive because she was getting her phone blown up by Amara and all the drama that happened at the little slumber party type thing. Okay, so he pulls her outside to the side to talk about the whole Safaree, Eliza, and Marcus situation. And Brooke is just telling him, look, you need to go talk to Safaree. Dr. Black need to come out. You need to have a conversation with Safaree. Marcus is looking like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. But he's going to do it anyway. And then we move on to MJ and Estelita. They meet up. I guess come to find out they fooled around before. Is that surprising? No. Come to find out he fooled around with Eliza before. Is that surprising? No. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. This is what I told y'all last week. Everybody in this damn show commingled one way or another. Okay, so if you think about it, since everybody connected sexually at this point, everybody has sex with everybody. I've been told y'all that last week. I told y'all that another week before. I'm telling y'all this week. Like, everybody has sex. It's a big orgy fest, okay? Love and hip hop is a big orgy fest. And, I mean, I guess we could put allegedly because I can't confirm that. But at the same time, if we're going based off of what we're seeing, everybody fooling around with everybody and everybody connected sexually with everybody, like, oh, y'all kissed each other and stuff. Like, to me, it's just like, if that's what y'all want to do, cool. But for me, I'm looking at it like, this is, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. But, if that's what y'all want to do, if that's what y'all, that's fine. But everybody commingled one way or another sexually at this point. Whether y'all related or, through sex, everybody, is like locked in like this with Love and Hip Hop. All franchises. Not just Miami, not just Atlanta, because I mean they go back and forth and they take in, Miami saliva to Hollywood, Hollywood push juice to Atlanta, New York coming down to it's a lot. But we're not really trying to talk about how everybody connected sexually. We're going to talk about the gossip between Amara, Eliza, and Safaree. And, the rumors about Shay or Fabian, and, having a fiance in Milwaukee. And then, him messing around with girls in Miami is true. I guess MJ didn't know about the girls in Miami. But in my head, I'm just like, I wouldn't put it past them. Like, I don't put nothing past nobody. So, if he was already doing something, had a lady up, why would we be surprised he fooling around in Miami too? At this point, it don't matter what the rumor, like, if Shay gonna stay with him, she gonna stay with him. We'll get to that point at the end of this review, but ain't like, MJ shocked, but I'm just like, even if I didn't know this information, I'm looking at, if Estelita would have told me this, I would have been like, okay, so you got anything new to bring to the table? Because I thought this was like last year information, But, MJ lost in the sauce. He don't know what's going on. So this is like big news for him that, he definitely got to, I don't know, talk to Shay or whatever, because he definitely don't want Fabian around her no more unless if it's dealing with the kid. He don't say this word for word. I'm just paraphrasing. So he want Shay to be done with Fabian. Yeah, okay. Like, that's gonna happen. You should know your sister by now. If we know Shay by now and we just see her on TV and you, her brother, so you deal with her on a daily basis and dealt with her longer than we have. Do you not know your sister by now to know, you trying to make her not be with him is going to make her go into his arms even more? That we see per the end of this episode. You know what I'm saying? So, you can try all you want, MJ, but it ain't gonna work. At this point, y'all should know it ain't gonna work. If we already know it's not gonna work, you should know it's not gonna work. But he gonna try anyway. So, Estelita also brings up that Shay been ghosting her and stuff, and they used to be real cool. That Shay told her all this information. That's how she know Fabian was cheating on Shay with girls in Miami and whatnot. And out of 5 months ago, she done ghosted her for no reason. So, I guess she wants to. We didn't see it in the scene, but I guess since MJ did bring it up later, she wants to have a conversation with Shay that we already know is not going to go well. So then we move on to Trick and Snoop. They meet up with Trina to discuss the 50th anniversary of hip hop event. Trina's late as usual, but not late as she usually is. Like, she's late, but not late. And, she tired of people telling her she late. But you are. Like, I don't get it. I was gonna say I get it, but I don't, because I'm a person that's always like hella early to everything. Even knowing it's not gonna start anytime soon. That's just the way I am. So no, we could still talk about you being late because you're late. But that's Trina. Trina gonna be Trina. And, they try to discuss this event, but, Trina is more focused on her Rockstar Music Festival that she's been doing every year for the past few years. So that's having her main focus, her main priority. So she's not going to be able to do the 50th anniversary of hip hop event. So obviously Trick is disappointed and gets up and leaves. So I'm just like, y'all wasn't getting on the same page anyway. And it didn't look like Trina had much energy to even try to get on the same page with you, Trick. So maybe it's for the best, because she was probably going to be late to the event anyway and probably not perform like she didn't perform at Flo's event, sorry, I'm just, Trina, listen, if it's not important enough to you, Trina, you not going to show up and show out, So I'm glad that she took the higher road. She took the mature route and said, I'm just not going to be a part of this. So, I'll give that to Trina. She doing better. She doing better, you know what I'm saying? Because she could have done you like Flo, but she didn't. Probably because she closer to you, she got more respect for you, Trick. So she letting you know she's not gonna be there. She's not gonna do it. Maybe she might make a surprise guest appearance, and you just gonna have to figure something out when she does get there. But just don't expect her. So that way, if she does show up, it's a surprise, and everybody gonna be hyped because Trina, the baddest bee, is at the event. And moving on, because at this point, I'm just like, it probably would be better if Trina's there, but if she's not, I would assume it's still gonna be up and bumping at the event. So you got this, Trick. We then get to Flo. She's at her restaurant working. Gael comes over to talk, saying that, she checked Claudia and she handled it. Producers ask her, is she gonna tell Flo the way she handled it? Gael said no, in due time she gonna, she could, producers. I know we asking questions to be messy and stuff. I understand, what y'all are there to do. But for the sake of loving the hip hop, obviously it would be more of a dramatic effect, and I guess better for the entertainment wise for Flo to find out in a different way, in a dramatic way, that would get them arguing, and they probably not going to talk for 2 seconds again, because even though they don't seem like they get along, but from the way I've been seeing this season, this half a season thus far with Gaia and Flo's relationship, I'm not going to say this is all a facade. That's not what I'm going to say. But I just feel like, they do the most on the camera for the TV show, but they be kikiing after the scenes, eating popcorn at each other's house and stuff, watching their scenes like, yo, you did that, sis. So that's why I'm just kind of like, she know what up. Flo know what up. Because at this point, like I already told you, the way Love and Hip Hop, not even Love and Hip Hop Miami, but like Love and Hip Hop, like period, they know they all be effing and touching and kissing and all that stuff with the same people. So, even though Flo gonna act surprised whenever she does find out, she not surprised. She not surprised. They're sisters, for goodness sakes, and they seem like a very close knit type of family. So I know Flo knows something. She knows something. So after that, they talk about Shay and the Mambo. Gaia telling Flo that Fabian is too good for Shay because she likes them, and I'm just like, So because you like him, you gonna be on his side saying he's too good for Shay. I honestly feel like Shay's too good for him, but she gonna stick beside him. So if that's what she wanna do, that's her relationship. He must be giving her the best D of her life, you know what I'm saying? But y'all try to find somebody else, okay? Fabian, he looked like, obviously the way he be talking about, not about Shay's mom, but the way he be talking to Shay's mom, he just seemed rude, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you don't even try to shoot your shot, bro. Like I feel like you talking so highly of him, saying that he's superior, like better than Shay, is gonna like get you brownie points with homeboy. It's not, I feel like homeboy gonna try to humble you real quick. He seemed like the type of person, if he's not feeling you, he definitely gonna let you know he's not feeling you, and not in a respectful manner either. Like he's a little rude boy. So don't even try it, guy. You could, I guess, admire him from afar, but stick to Claudia, because Claudia seemed like she with it. Obviously we know you with it because you Debbie, Marlon, Flo. I mean, not the Flo, but Claudia. So okay, just don't even try. Don't even try. But Marlon comes over, pulls Flo to the side to talk. I guess he was under the assumption, now that Claudia's out the way, they could get back to being a married couple and whatnot. But Flo is just like, no, why would I do that when you went about it the way you did and all that stuff? He's just like, he trying to work on the relationship. And then he starts questioning Flo about where she been at, because he be trying to call her every hour. She don't be answering until like 7, 8 o'clock p.m. Flo says she been in the studio. She been working. He's like, who you in the studio with and all that stuff. Flo says none of his concern. And, she's still going to do her, regardless. And, the divorce is still on. And then Marlon's just like, oh, even though we're still doing what we do, Flo walks away. Sir, just because you are back in the house and, back having sexual relations with Flo, doesn't necessarily mean y'all back together. People spin the block all the time. Like, all the time. But that doesn't necessarily mean y'all finna, like, get back together. Now, do I feel like y'all finna get back together? No, because I feel like y'all never really separated. You know what I'm saying? Even though they separate, I don't feel like they really separated. So therefore, I mean, there's nothing to really get back together because y'all didn't separate. Y'all probably was having like some type of open relationship or something. Just the dynamic. Like I said, even with the beef between Flo and Gael, like, yeah, I guess we have beef, but I really feel like y'all be kikiing after the scene's over. So y'all doing this for the TV show, but let Flo tell it. None of these storylines is fake. Okay, we're gonna take your word for it, Flo. But I don't know, just based off energy, especially this half of the season, it's given very much y'all just going with the flow to create entertainment for the TV purposes, but not really. That's how it was going on behind the scenes. That's just what I feel personally. I could be wrong. I be wrong about a lot of things. But I don't feel like I'm too wrong about this. Just knowing how reality TV show is nowadays, especially Love and Hip Hop. So, but the divorce is still on, guys. The divorce, they're still getting divorced. That hasn't changed, even though they back to, swapping, unfertilized kids and, juices. Okay. We then get to Brooke. She goes to lunch with Amara and Eliza to try to, sort things out. And Amara lets us know on her way walking in that she's furious at Eliza for being a whore. Look, I'm calm right now, but I cackled when I seen and heard Amara say this, because I'm like, Amara, you giving so much Oreo vibes. It's ridiculous. Like, girl, because on one hand it's funny, the other hand I'm just like, you are one to talk, Amara. Like you you're one to talk. Whore? Really? Okay. So then, Eliza comes in. Amara tells Eliza she ain't sugar honey iced tea for what she done did. Eliza tries to, I guess, defend herself and FaceTime Safaree saying, he told her that he denied anything he had going on with Amara. And Safaree said he never told her anything. So Amara cries and, to Eliza saying, she would never do that to Eliza. She's not a bad friend and all that stuff. And, she's going through a lot and stuff. And, we'll get more into it at the end of this review with Safaree's ass. But I'm really extremely, deeply annoyed and tired of people who like to boo-hoo cry or boo-hoo express that they're going through so much, and that's why they go they can't do what they need to do or whatever the case. Like, people love to play victim. People love to let you know they got so much going on. Not what you got going. Like, they're so important. Obviously, I mean, it's their life. Of course, they should be important to their own self. But like, they got so much going on. Like, they don't need the extra drama or like. I just be looking at them like, so you're the only one going through. Like, you're the only person who got a lot going on. Everybody got a lot going on, but they can still show up for the other person and stuff. They can still do what they need to do. They can still make sure to get to work on time, all that stuff. Like, this is multiple people. Like, I think the past few weeks, I've been hearing about how a lot of people, they got so much going on, and that's why they can't do this, that's why they can't do that. And I'm just looking at them like, you done, or did you want me to play the violin? Because everybody got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. Do I, like, yes, my review's been a little bit late, you know what I'm saying? But I still get it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you got going on. Okay, you got something to do, you need to get it done, And this is why, I can't be your manager. Yes, I'll be a millennial manager type of thing, but at the same time, it's just like, I'm not gonna take your BS, bro. Like, if you didn't want to do it, you didn't do it. Like, so for Mara to go with all she got going on and cry boo-hoo cry to us, talking about she not a bad friend and stuff, like, girl, okay. I mean, Eliza ate that up because she went to her, hugged her, apologized and all that stuff. Looked like she kind of teared up a little bit too. Brooke looking like she dabbing that tears on her. I'm like, what is going on here? Even the scene that when the camera panned on Amara, she looked like she was quivering her lip trying to cry again. I'm just like, Amara, stand up. Like, stop all that crying. Like, later on when Safaree is saying, like, is Eliza really crying right now? I really want to look at Amara like, are you really crying right now? Because you trying to talk about whatchamacallit, Eliza's a whore. But I'm just like, oh, because y'all friends, so she's a whore. But not that you sleeping with someone else's man and really thinking he was going to leave said female for you because you got pregnant with 2 of his kids, knowing good well and hell he got a girl with kids already, a wife. You were the mistress. So, but if his wife called you a whore, you're not a whore. But let's call Eliza a whore because she thought y'all really wasn't nothing. I mean, granted, I understand the girl code. That's not what please do not get it twisted. That I'm not looking at Eliza's side eye. You know what I'm saying? But to call her a whore, but like, you slept with a whole man's wife. I mean, a whole wife's man. Sorry. As I fake scratch myself, like, I know you thought you ate with that comment calling her a whore, but Amara, birds of a feather flock together, right? Okay, we didn't move on because ain't nothing else to take from that scene with them people, with those folks. MJ goes to his mom's house to talk about Shay, Fabian. Shay comes over with her daughter, and MJ brings up Estelita. Shay says she don't want to talk about Estelita. Lets us know that they were getting cool, whatnot, but Estelita a fake friend because she invited Estelita to her daughter's first birthday party. She didn't show up, so she fake for that, and she a scammer, and she not trying to have no conversation one-on-one with Estelita. MJ says she need to be done with Fabian romantically, or they hint at it, so to speak. But Shay says she gonna do whatever she wants to do, and she ain't gonna do no meetup with Estelita. And I'm just kind of like, I really don't like. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, I don't know why the mom or brother be trying to make Shay stay away from Fabian. When you try to tell somebody not to do something, that makes them want to do it more for the most part. I know that was me. Back, we're not going to talk about me. Okay, I was about to say a little story time, but we don't got time for that. But it's just like, if you're telling me not to do something, I'm probably going to do it. Or I'm probably going to want to do it more because you told me not to do it. In certain aspects, not all aspects, but in like aspects like these, that's what pushes them more towards the man, especially if they have like mommy or daddy issues. Forget it. So she gonna do what she want to do, and we see that by the end of the episode. So at this point, like, are we really surprised? Like, who, like, y'all bringing riffraff to her life, and I guess the one consistency is Fabian for her. Where do I see the consistency? Consistent dick, consistent good dick. Because other than that, I mean, it seemed like he is a good dad to their daughter. So yeah, being a good father to their kid, and good dick. That's all I see. She could see something else because she with homeboy, but as far as what I see on the TV, that's it. That's all I get from that situation. But she gonna do what she want to do. We didn't get to Eliza. She pulls up on Safaree to confront him about, trying to make her look stupid on FaceTime. So she even gets emotional and, brings up, they let their kids see each other. They had a kids play date and stuff, and it wasn't just no hookup type of situation. I can see what you're saying, Eliza, but at the same time, like, I don't understand, like, after all these years, seeing how Safaree be moving, y'all really, he didn't work it out with his wife. He couldn't even work it out with his wife. So you think just because y'all bring out kids around each other, it was gonna be something like, Eliza girl, you thought you was different. Eliza girl, this is Safaree we talking about, okay? The only person he gonna be loyal to is his mama and his daughter. Anybody else? you thought y'all was building a connection, girl? No. No, you was something. He was there for a good time, not a long time. Okay, let's just keep it at that. And the fact, and it upsets me that you got emotional because I was feeling for you, but it's just like homeboy really was just like, are you crying right now? Oh my gosh, you just need to calm down. So she's just like, really? So you just gonna just treat me like shit? Yes. Once again, Eliza, I feel for you, but like, this is Safaree. Like, I wouldn't, for a guy like Safaree, I would never cry. I would never cry in front of a guy like Safaree. For what? For why? He not gonna console me? Like, even when his wife cried in front of him. Do I got a hair right here? Yeah, I did. Or whatever, lint, whatever. For his wife to be crying in front of him, he just be sitting there looking dumb sometimes. Like, you think he was gonna do? His daughter done fell, hit her head on the floor. He laughed. He laughed at his daughter for falling back, hitting her head, and crying. So you think for you, he was gonna do something for you crying, trying to get him? Girl, no. And, she got upset, and, he said he was done with it because, he's tired of his name getting dragged through the mud, even though he does name getting dragged through the mud type of stuff. And, he walks away, gets in his car. Eliza goes after him. And, he finally gets out of the car, does apologize to Eliza and stuff, but ends up calling her Amara. So Eliza, try to choke him and whatnot. And I'm surprised security didn't come out there because they probably already knew, like, listen, Safaree can handle himself. We don't need to get involved. And, then I was about to call her Amara too. My bad. Dang. But I do that all the time. So, I'm not in no relations with her. So, it don't, it's not, the effect is not that great with me versus Safaree's ass. So, she walks away upset and stuff like that. And I'm just like, clearly his feelings was more towards Amara if he's calling Eliza Amara. We see who's on his mind. But, Eliza girl, you should already know it was not going to be nothing more than just, having a good time. Maybe for a long time in your eyes, but not for a long time in his eyes. So, just find you somebody else, you'll be all right. And then we get to Shay. She's at home with her daughter and her man. Fabian is back in town. And, she said for anybody who got to say something about her relationship with Fabian, they can suck it. Shay, at this point, I don't have nothing to say. I already said what needed to be said. Beginning of this season, the second half of the season. I think season 5 was the only season we seen Fabian. Because I think the last season when he was pregnant, you was hiding him, from the world. Not hiding the world from, or no, you wasn't hiding him from the world. You was hiding the world from him. The people be saying from Drake. Okay, you want to be with him? Fine. We don't care. We don't care. We know you're gonna be with him anyway. You even asking your daughter if she ready for a brother or sister. Congratulations. I'm not gonna say if you like it, I love it, but you gonna do you. You a grown woman, you could do whatever you want to do, and you already got a child by this man. You already was about to have another child by this man. So sorry for your loss. So if you get pregnant a third time by this man, if you're not already, what are we gonna say? What are we gonna say? Like, at this point, I don't care. Shay, you gonna do whatever you want to do. Your baby Q, you could make another Q baby. If it's gonna be with Fabian, so be it. That's your relationship, not mine. Somebody gotta be with him, right? I guess he's gonna be you. Okay, we moving on. We get lastly to Safaree and Marcus. They meet up to talk. Safaree walking in the bar with a white tank top on is absurdity to me. But I'm not surprised either because he already looked like he was walking in on some BS, so he walked out on some BS too. Marcus does try to confront him and tell him to cut the crap and, ask him what's going on and know he's been through trauma with all the females in his life and, the divorce and stuff. So Safaree, does say, he's been going through a lot. But, Marcus does try to let him know, listen, you're not the only one going through stuff. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Everybody loves to play victim, that they got a lot going on, but it's just so does everybody else. To your situation, of course, you matter the most, but it's if you look at everybody's going through something, so you're not that special that it's just oh my gosh, you're the only one going through something, and it's we gotta cater to you. No, I got my own shit I got going on. Homeboy over there got his own shit. Homegirl over there watching got her own, everybody got their own shit, but we still get through life. We still don't be no a-hole or try to play every person that we sleep with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Girl, please. Boy, please. My bad, Safaree. But anyway, he said nobody ever tries to hear his side of the story. Marcus is just okay, but you never tell your side of the story. Whenever I try to ask you, you just be silent. So what's your side of the story then? Safaree then proceeds to get up and dramatically express to us that he's fighting for his effing life and storms off. Marcus is looking at him are you serious right now? He's looking flabbergasted. I'm not looking flabbergasted, but I'm just looking at him are you really quoting R. Kelly right now? You're really quoting R. Kelly? You're really quoting R. Kelly? Marcus immediately calls Brooke because he already knows this is some BS. He immediately calls Brooke, tell her that Safaree gets up and goes R. Kelly on him before storming off. And we see I was about to say R. Kelly. We see Safaree walk into the car all dramatically, and I'm just Safaree, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all. Safaree and Amara are perfect for each other. I don't see how nobody else sees that but me. I'm sure other people see it, but it's just I haven't heard nobody who I watch who does reviews on this. They are perfect for each other. They're both extremely dramatic. Amara crying, saying she's not a bad friend and stuff, saying she would never do that to people, calling people whores, even though you be a mistress. Safaree saying, pulling the R. Kelly, saying he is fighting for his effing life. We all not trying to survive each and every day. We wake up. Even my laptop case is over it. I'm done. Okay, that's it. That was the end of the episode. Okay, because clearly, I'm Safaree, get help. Amara, get help. Marcus, you can't help them. Dr. Black, I don't even know why you even. I know you trying to do your wife a favor, trying to come talk to homeboy. Leave it alone. Okay, just like I'm leaving this episode, I'm done. I'm okay. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, if you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, I would say come back in next week, but I'm gonna be out of commission next week. Come back in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I gotta do when I come back from what I come back from. Come back in 2 weeks. Hopefully, I can make you laugh then. Okay, then you can subscribe then. So you get a little break. You get a little break. You don't gotta come back next week, but you come back the week after. Okay, and then comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.